Alright, this might be a long one. I might break it into a couple parts. This is the crossover event with the Final Fantasy 16. Land on fire, this neophyte adventurer is seeking the warrior light. Forgive my boldness, but you are a Halo Ono, are you not? Yeah. Then my search is at an end. A beguiled gentleman tasked me to find you, you see, in hopes of entreating your aid with some matter he deigned not to share with me. Pray remain here, and I'll fetch him at once. Greetings, champion. This, by the way, is supposed to be Yoshi P. 'Tis I who employed the young adventurer to facilitate this impromptu audience. As for the why, I have a request that you, and you alone, can fulfill. Pray listen well, for my tale begins with a most unsettling dream. In it did I behold the evening sky, boundless and shimmering. As I drank deep of its beauty, I spied two stars sailing across the inky expanse, one of purest white, the other blushing scarlet, their courses set such as they might pass without collision. Sharply and suddenly the scarlet star shifted its trajectory. High above a burning landscape did its path intersect with that of the white star, their conjunction marked by a brilliant explosion of light. Even in slumber, I was awestruck by the spectacle. Let's do this one. Lovely tale, but I fail to see what it has to do with me. I do not wish to make any claims with certainty, and yet, whatever greater meaning this vision might hold, I'm convinced that the blazing white star represents the warrior of light, in other words, you. And should these portents indeed foretell future events, you are thus fated to encounter the scarlet star, whomsoever they may be. I therefore humbly request that you accompany me to this burning land found from my dream, that I might witness the vision's denouement. I will compensate you for the trouble, of course. The question is, which territory in Eorzea might be considered burning, metaphorically or otherwise? Yeah, the Burning Wall, which happens to be a place rich in corrupted crystals, and it's very close to where the Bowl of Embers is. Ah, that cluster of immense crystals born of the seventh umbral calamity. Ah, it well resembles the sweeping scene from my dreams. First mystery is solved. We shall leave for East Thanalan and the infamous Burning Wall at once. Tell you, for a desert, this place sure gets a lot of rain. The Burning Wall, an apt name indeed. 'Tis said that these crystalline structures were formed when the falling shards of Dalamud pierced the land's ethereal current. Some see them as a symbol of rebirth, a manifestation of renewed life. But that is neither here nor there. Let's have a look around, shall we? Spy glasses at the ready. Thankfully, I've done this before, so I know right where he is. I think you said you played 16, right? So maybe you recognize this guy. Where am I? What's going on? A dream led you to me. I understand how absurd that may sound. We ourselves were unsure of what awaited us here. As for who we are, I am content to be known as the Minstrel. This stalwart hero is Halo Ono. And she's so cute, isn't she? Might we have the pleasure of your name? Clive. The last thing I remember was the ruins. My head. Where? How did I come to be in this place? It would seem that you were knocked senseless. Confusion is to be expected. For safety's sake, I suggest we make for town and have a frontistry physician look you over. I shall see what our patient receives. Blah blah blah. I shall see our patient receives proper treatment. Would you mind waiting for us at Scholar's Walk? Oh, nice. They took us right there. Probably because most people don't remember where Scholar's Walk is. Our foundling is being cared for as we speak, but I'm told he should be released soon. Hopefully 'twas not that a bite of food and a little bed rest couldn't cure. It was kind of you to wait, thank you. What of your condition? Much improved. The physician also noted no signs of injury or illness. Yet my memories remain hazy. How did I end up there? Whatever I was doing, it was important. I'm sure of it. I must return as soon as possible. I see. We cannot leave him in this state. We must help him restore his memories and find his way home. What of this city, Clive? Do any parts of Ul'dah strike you as familiar? No. Maybe I've simply forgotten, but I recognize nothing. Not Ul'dah then. Still, I should like to think the sights and sounds of a well-known locale will hasten your recovery. The Burning Wall, the place we found you, is situated midway betwixt Ul'dah and Gridania. Perhaps a trip to the Twelveswood is in order? Gridania, you say. The name rings no bells, but I have no better suggestions. And you would take me there? Meanwhile, I shall make the rounds of the neighboring settlements and ask if any have heard of you. Let us rendezvous in Gridania anon. The entire situation has me knocked off balance, I'm afraid. Halo, was it? I appreciate you coming to my rescue. Still, you must have your own business to attend to. We can set out whenever you're ready. So you pain to recall, Clive is ready to travel to Gridania. Are we ready? Then let's head out. This Gridania, the minstrel mentioned. Is it far? Will we need mounts? By airship? You have those? Not that I mean to doubt you, friend. If you say we're boarding an airship, then that's what we'll do. Halo, if I may ask a foolish question, do these airships of yours actually fly? Foolish question indeed, then. Your expression tells me as much. Is there no airship travel where you're from? So it would seem. It's odd. I know that the weapon on my back is called a sword. I understand what it is and how to wield it. Foggy as my memories may be, my general knowledge seems intact. Yet hearing you speak of functional airships, I felt confusion, disbelief, for something that you clearly think of as commonplace. I can make no sense of it. Where was I before now? But dwelling on the past is... But dwelling on this is pointless. Forward is the only way. Feel that bracing wind, the deck shuddering beneath you, your feet as you rise into the sky. My memory may be faulty, but that was an experience I'm sure I'd not soon forget. So, this is Gridania. It seems very unlike the city we just left. Where to begin? I think it best if I follow your lead. This tavern, it reminds me of somewhere I've been before. No, it's no use. I can feel the memory, but it's like grasping at smoke. But maybe if you were to show me somewhere else. It's raining everywhere right now. A chocobo. Now that's something I recognize. Yet it's more than that. I've had my own chocobo once, I'm sure of it. But as for when or the where, an impressive crystal. Not a mother crystal, surely. No, not nearly large enough. Ugh. When I try to remember, the fog in my head almost seems to grow thicker. This is a truly beautiful place. You've taken a liking to the Gridania, then? I do like what I've seen of it. Seems a peaceful life here amongst the trees, only I just can't shake the strangest feeling. As if it's too peaceful, and that doesn't sit right. Patrol reporting, Commander. All is quiet with the Ixal, and no sightings of Garuda. For which we are profoundly grateful. At ease, soldier. Did he say Garuda? You there, this Garuda you speak of. Sir, are you all right? Captain Ono, do you know this gentleman? Memory loss, you say? I'm sorry to hear that. Though it seems Garuda's name has lit a spark of some sort. I was in a battle with Garuda. I fought her, I'm sure of it. Please, you must tell me more. Anything that might help me remember my past. Of course, Gridania owes a debt of gratitude to those who stood against that destructive fiend. However, there is one more suited to the task than I. Our elder seer is well versed not only in primal lore, but also in treating of bodily afflictions. She is surely your best hope for recovery. I will send word ahead to Stillglade Fane. Stand ready to escort our guests to an audience. Understood, Commander. Pray find me at Nofika's altar in Old Gridania, and I'll see that you're granted entry to the Lotus Stand. The lotus stand lies just ahead. If you would follow me, please. Greetings, honored guests. Kander, I never has to say his name, thankfully, has apprised me of your friend's condition. This is he? A pleasure to meet you. I am Connie Senna, Elder Seed Seer of Gridania. I thank you for your gracious welcome. I'm Clive, though beyond that, I fear my introduction may be lacking. Please consider yourself not with proprieties. 'Tis your memory loss we are here to address. I'm told Garuda's name awakens some previous recollection. Yes. In the instant I heard it, a hazy vision of battle arose unbidden. I think perhaps I could hear more if I could hear more of Garuda. A wish easily granted. Garuda is the deity revered by the Ixal, a people who once dwelled here in the Tweleswood. She appears as a winged entity, half bird, half woman, who commands the wind itself. Most frightening, however, is her capricious temper, as unpredictable as a howling storm. I should add that Halo has fought against Garuda in her primal incarnation. A winged woman of volatile temperament with power over the wind, a fitting description of the opponent I remember. But a deity? No, the will behind that monstrous visage was distinctly mortal. I suspect Clive's Garuda and Eorzea's Primal are not one and the same. Mainly as Clive himself is not of our world. Explain yourself, minstrel. I went back to where we discovered Clive and questioned the folk in all the nearby settlements. Not one person recognized his description. Such a distinctive tattoo escaping notice of every local rumor monger for malms around. Improbable, to say the least. That led me to consider another possibility. One consistent with past accounts I've heard of visitors from other worlds, somehow stumbling through reality's curtain and finding their way to our star. My brand, it's the mark of a bearer. Does it pain you to remember? I feel the memories trying to surface, but when I strain to recall, a piercing ring fills my ear. Garuda bearer, Ifrit. Another primal's name. 'Twould seem the pain has a less... What's that? A less than tangible source. Long have I studied the healing arts, yet I sense no shadow of illness in your body. Your suffering stems not from injury nor sickness. Victims of terrible events have been known to suppress their own memories out of instinct. One's subconscious denies attempts to confront the awful truth. the mind creating a shield of pain to protect the heart. The barrier is of my own making. How then am I to overcome it? With our aid, of course. Fate has brought us together, and together we shall triumph over this adversity. So, you think me from another world, and my memories of said world are not like to return unless I acknowledge some terrible truth, the truth my mind refuses to remember. 'Tis a confounding dilemma, I agree, and I've given thought to a solution. I believe that the shackles which bind your mind may be struck off in the heat of battle. A drastic measure, perhaps, especially when you're not at your best. Which is why I turn to you, Halo. You are the twin to Clive's wandering star. Your involvement is no accident. The path I see is thick with thorns, but if you've the will to walk it, then gird yourself for war and await me at Apkalu Falls. The minstrel has a plan, it seems, but he shares little beyond confusing metaphor. Still, I'm willing to indulge him if it means making progress. We're to meet him at Apkalu Falls, right? And where is that to be found? Good, not far then. Let's get on with it. Good, we don't have to walk him around. This place? Why here? Because this waterfall is where the legendary Archon Louis Soir gathered a band of adventurers in the time of the Seventh Umbral Calamity. Their purpose? To extinguish the eternal Ifrit. Ifrit! I know something is there, why can't I remember? Clive recalled several words in the Elder Seedseer's presence, words which brought him pain. While the significance of bearer eludes me, you and I are more familiar with Ifrit. Considering your reactions were to the mere mention of the name, 'tis likely that the primal, or its equivalent in your world, is deeply connected to your condition. Thus I have resolved to weave my lyrical magics and bring you face to face with the Ifrit of our world. Here, where Archon Louis Soir paved an ethereal path to the primal's lair, will my words be given substance. And within the vision which takes form, will you do battle with the phantom of out of our mind's creation. Imaginary though this confrontation may be, I fear your suffering will be all too real. Yet you must persevere, for your hidden truth will not be on earth without hardship. Take heart, Scarlet Star, and walk and call upon the strength of your shining twin. Your path awaits. Your past awaits. Where has he sent us? The Bowl of Embers. You stand in the Bowl of Embers, the site where the Amalja summoned their deity, their patron deity, and the stage upon which the warrior of light became a slayer of gods. "'Tis but a convincing illusion, the body of recounted tale given breath by fanciful verse. Come forth, Lord of the Inferno. Accurate facsimile, yet not quite the Ifrit you know. No, not quite the same. That had a couple extra G's in there. It's time to uncover the truth. Alright, time to find out who I am. Ifrit. That's the thing which killed Joshua. Yes, I've been on its trail seeking vengeance for my brother. This fiend must pay. Fight with me, Halo. During this battle, you will gain access to special duty actions as follows. Use rising flames to charge the foe and inflict high damage. With the proper timing, you can use dodge to avoid taking damage, even if you are within the area of an enemy's attack. Certain enemy actions will be preceded by a countdown icon. When this countdown progresses to you the dodge icon, use the dodge action. After executing a successful dodge, the dodge action will change to precision strike, which provides an opportunity to inflict additional damage. still do it for like base attacks. You gotta do the timing right. Shit, I can't move. He said shit. blamed another to spare myself the guilt. I feared by accepting it I would lose what little was left of me. But I accept the truth of it now. You are not afraid, I am. In the battle against your own mind, 'twould seem you have emerged the victor. Intriguing. It's the puppy. The illusion is unraveled, yet you've brought back a friend. I brought a friend back with you. This is Torgal, a wolf pup raised in the duchy. There's no more loyal ally in battle, and no keener guide when the road ahead is uncertain. Ah, that would explain the aberration in the lingering ether. Torgal here is to lead you back to your own world. Torgal is here to lead you back to your own world. Clive has embraced his harrowing past, and in doing so reclaimed the memories he lost. Though not a conscious act, he has manifested his readiness to return home in the form of a trusted companion. Even so, that was difficult to accept what I've done. My younger brother, Joshua, was a kind and gifted soul. The inheritor of Phoenix's flames, he was destined to become an archduke, as our father had before him, but Joshua was murdered, his bright future cut short. From that day onwards, I lived for one purpose alone. A dominant of fire had slain my brother, and I would have my revenge. I spent years tracking the killer until one day I came to understand that it had been me all along. I was young and distraught when I first summoned Ifrit. I hadn't known such power lurking within me. I hadn't known such power lurked within me, or that it could even exist at all. The transformation was instinctive, uncontrolled, and it was by my hand that Joshua died. I can't but imagine the anguish this caused you. There was anguish, yes, and a guilt I will never escape, but I cannot let it stop me. I was born the vessel for Ifrit's power, and I need to know why. It was in search of answers that I went to Phoenix's Gate, to the Phoenix Gate, whatever, and delved into the ruins below. There I found the courage to face my past and accept the truth, and then everything faded to black. Your tale suggests that something in the ruins, some mysterious force, was responsible for your inadvertent journey. And if you arrived in Eosia from a place sacred to the Phoenix and its flames, then it stands to reason. Yes, what are you thinking? I'm thinking that to see you home, we must return to the beginning. Our road takes us back to the burning wall. Once there, your furry comrade will lead us exactly where we need to go. I hope the dog doesn't intend to walk the entire way. We've come this far, now Torgal will be our guide. Such was the purpose of this creation, after all. Ready, Torgal? Take me home. Bark. Oh, right where all the other people are. Imagine that. Is this it, boy? He does a much better bark than I do. The tale ends where it began. Where you first found me? Indeed. I was baffled as to why this, of all places, would serve as the junction between our worlds, but now I think I understand. You do? Some years ago, Eorzea was visited by a cataclysmic event known as the Seventh Umbral Calamity. Yet even as fire and ruin threatened all we held dear, the world underwent a mystical renewal. 'Twas as if the star was reborn. One theory attributes the miracle to a benevolent entity, claiming that the undying phoenix flared into being to save us in our hour of direst need. The phoenix? The burning wall itself is a scar left by those events, its crystal ridges having erupted from the earth overnight. Some believe these monoliths of solidified flame to be proof of the phoenix's deliverance. The bond with your brother, the phoenix of your world, may have been the connection which brought you to this sacred place in ours. Drawn to the flame. It seems our time together is at an end. Thank you both for all you've done. Press on, friend, no matter how daunting the hardship or bitter the truth. May your journeys be fair. No ballad. Always, no matter what fate awaits at the journey's end. Come, Torgal, we have answers to seek, and Valisthea waits. And then he was gone. I feel the stirrings of a ballad. But nay, 'twould be hubris to imagine I could capture Clive's story from so fleeting an excerpt. That honor belongs to someone else, someone privileged to see his tale to its conclusion. Sadly, the power to peer into other worlds is not granted me by this day's miracles. I wonder, however, if you might manage at Halo. Our little adventure is over, set in motion as it was by a dream most cryptic. I must thank you for indulging my sudden and strange request. As for your promised reward, I hope this is sufficient. Torgal proved such a trustworthy guide that I thought to bind his likeness to a summoning whistle. May his loyal spirit serve you well on your travels until we meet again. We'll go look at there's stuff in the gold saucer you can buy. But let's see. Let's come over here. Is there some good light? I guess this is good enough. Where's all this nasty grass? Let's go to my place. Okay, this is a little bit clearer. There is garbage. There's the mount and the minion. Let's go ahead and see the minion. You've got another puppy. There's your Torgal puppy. Look at that face. And let's get out your mouth. Oops. So here's your mount. We gotta leave. We gotta go outside. Let's see. Let me turn on the mount music. Let's go to your island. There's one fun thing you can do with Torgal here. You can pet him. Oops. So that's your new mount, and you've got new glam as well. Let's see. Here are the pants. Let's get into G mode so you can see all these individually. And I'm going to do that. Of course I'm going to do that. Yeah, there's all this grass. Let's try this again somewhere else. Okay. Guess I should have stood up first. Alright. Okay, so there's the pants. Yeah, I wish they hadn't had the armor on these, but they do. And let's see. Boots. Or just the shoes. Okay. The gloves. Not that much. And the jacket. So that's your new glam. And you got the sword no matter what. Let's see. Let's give you an emote so you can see these. Kind of a cool glam, isn't it? And somebody wants my attention. Let me see who it is. It might be you. Yes, it is. So let me stop this here.